Thank you all so much for being here today. This is really fabulous. At our first event 3 years ago, we begged our way to 9 volunteers. Today, that wouldn't even be enough people to fill up one section of one row. And just as that day was, today is most definitely a dot on the timeline for us. Volunteering Untapped is an organization that was started 3 years ago, and we are deeply passionate about the work we do. We give young professionals in Baltimore an opportunity to give back, which is exactly what we found that they're looking for. We do this on the second Saturday of every month, and we ask that you join us if you're interested. We've helped all sorts of different nonprofits across different cause areas. It's pretty amazing to be in front of this many people talking about the organization. It's the volunteers that really drive what we do. We are so impressed with our volunteers. We are in awe of our volunteers. We are inspired by our volunteers. When a volunteer sees a light pole on the ground, so heavy it would take 10 people to lift, they don't look for something else to do. They find 9 more people and they move the pole, as they did at our Section 1 project event. The city told us we cleared out 40,000 pounds of trash that day. Our volunteers show up and go to work. This past September, when we were in Druid Hill Park at the after party, and it started pouring, and I mean pouring, our volunteers didn't get in their cars and go home. They didn't even all go into the pavilion. You know where they went? They went mudsliding. Our volunteers have fun. Everywhere we go, we have our host organization telling us how enthusiastic and productive our group is. And we love hearing it because we know it's true. There's a quote I've always loved since I was young by a famous sculptor who said, "I saw the angel in the marble and I carved until I set him free." I love this notion that you can see potential in something that the rest of the world can't, and you can be the one to reveal it. Most people would look at the marble and see a big rock. He saw an angel. He carved until everyone else saw the angel too. When you see a vacant piece of land in East Baltimore with dilapidated buildings, overgrown vines, trash, you may see a big rock. China and the people developing the Baltimore Food Hub, they're carving until you see the angel. When you see kids running around the Inner Harbor, in the mall, walking around the streets, you may see a big rock. Sarah, Sidi, and Diamond, they're carving until you see the angel. When people think about Baltimore, they may see a big rock, but we know better. We see the angel, and it's on us, all of us. Volunteering Untapped, the people in this room, people not in this room, to get out our chisel and hammer and set the angel free, to shape this city into what we know is our destiny and show the rest of the world the Baltimore that lies beneath. This is not a city with problems. This is a city with challenges, deep-rooted challenges, and it's important that we acknowledge those challenges. But it's far more important that we identify the people that are up to the challenge and get them deeply engaged with these challenges and the organizations that are working to support them. That's why we're so excited today to announce the launch of VU Projects, a new initiative that will further our impact and our ability to connect young professionals to the organizations that need them most. VU Projects is a small registry that lives on our website, volunteeringuntapped.org, with high-impact service opportunities with high-impact organizations. Simply put, VU Projects exist to knock out big tasks, things that most people wouldn't want to take on. things that this city and its nonprofits need people to embrace. There's so much that we want to do. We want to create a step-by-step guide that allows high school students to access information to allow them to create a polished resume and a professional LinkedIn page. This is something that we started creating with the Greater Baltimore Urban League. It needs finishing, and that finished product needs to get in the hands of Baltimore's teenagers and the organizations that serve them. Because every one of Baltimore's children deserves to have an improved chance on the job market or at college. We want to take one of the many vacant lots in Baltimore and make it a community space where neighbors will have input as to what goes in there and can enjoy a new park, a nice day, and each other. Let's put a hoop house there. Grow fruits and vegetables, distribute them to the community members. Or better yet, let's make that hoop house a place of education where people can learn, return home, plant things on their own. Is it near a school? Let's build an outdoor classroom. Is it next to a building? Let's see if we can paint the side of the building white, project movies on it, get everyone out there on Friday nights, get the whole community together. We should be dotting the city with these. This is something that we want to continue to push forward. These are things that we're already doing, and these are things that we need to be doing more of. What we're trying to attempt with Volunteering Untapped is building community through volunteerism. And we think that we are off to a pretty good start. VU Projects is something that I know will work. I know it'll work because it already has. You all are at the first ever VU Projects initiative. So thank you for being here. We are going to continue pushing forward because it is the volunteers of this organization that is the wind in the organization's sails that continues to drive us forward. And we know that we will continue to have their support because they've supported us up to this point. There are many, many more things to be done. And as speakers earlier had said, it does feel like we're close. It feels like we're ready to turn that corner. And we want you to join us and be part of that. There's a fairly famous quote from Elie Wiesel, who said, "The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference." Now, for those of you who may not know the name, or may know the name but may be unfamiliar with his background, Elie Wiesel was a man who knew a lot about love, hate, and indifference. At the age of 15, he was sent to Auschwitz with his family. He lost both parents and his sister. He survived and dedicated his life to activism, giving voice to the voiceless and the oppressed, from Sudan to Cambodia to Nicaragua to South Africa. For his efforts, he has saved countless lives and won many awards, the Nobel Peace Prize among them. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. I'm telling you, this city cannot afford indifference. This city needs you and needs your love. Today, we convened this conference for that exact reason. We have 30 nonprofits here, some of the top nonprofits in Baltimore, and another 40 at our directory table over here, all looking for people who are able to volunteer. These opportunities range from small single task up to a board position. Today is the day. This is not the time for indifference. This city needs you and needs your love. Just as we got such tremendous support in putting on this event, with this being our first VU Projects initiative, other things can be supported. And we've proven that you can put together something pretty impressive with just volunteers. No one took a penny. Events on this scale and level of intricacy usually require professionals, lots of them. But no one took a penny. In the history of this organization, no one has taken a penny. Of course, many area businesses will reap financial benefit from this event, as they do with every one of our events. But we love that. That's another way we benefit the city. The people you heard from today pour their hearts out for Baltimore. Every day. What are you prepared to do? Thank you.